I think you need to have a certain element of creativity if you want them to, like, do something. Like, the nurse would sort of hand out hot chocolate to you whilst you were doing a one-to-one with a client, because, of course, some dementia clients require a carer to be with them at all times. You need to get them to drink this hot chocolate. And this one woman, Joy, was, like, saving half of it. It's like, come on, Joy, have your hot drink, your hot chocolate. It's like, oh no, I'm saving the other half for you. No, I've had my dinner. I'm full. I don't want it. You can have it. It's got her meds in, so it's just like, no.
You don't do it for the money.
It pretty winds me up. I did actually sort of accept a permanent job, but it didn't work out because I didn't particularly like the place for whatever reason. I had this agency woman, and she got a little bit snotty. I think she didn't like me, to be fair. And I was helping this woman with the standing aid because she was on the commode. And it was broaching 8 o'clock or something, and she just, like, she came in and was like, oh, when it's 8 o'clock, you've got to go. They're not going to pay you after you finish. And then just, like, went. And it's just like, your heart's not in it, really, is it?
You can't leave people, can you? I often end up coming home half an hour late.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, whatever, you know?
Yeah, well, you have to finish. We were brought up, you know, to, if you're going to do a job, you do it properly. You can't do half a job.
I mean, you can't leave people sitting there in the toilet, they're half dressed. Do you know what I mean?
Before, at my other work, I suffered with some bullying and stuff. And Steve was just brilliant. I met Steve at the New Forest Community Choir. That was like, hit it off. And the rest is history, innit, babe?
Yeah.
Before I was a carer, I had post-traumatic stress disorder, work-related stress and depression. And I was just like really, really miserable. Ended up being at work, had really 2 massive panic attacks. They called the ambulance. I was unresponsive to the ambulance people. Ended up being off work for like 7 weeks. I was like, I can't go back. I cannot go back. I met my new boss when I went to Slimming World, and he was a manager of a care home. And then I spoke to a mate of mine, and she was a carer. So I went into it straight away. Started on the 27th of September 2 years ago, and I love it. They were going to do, the doctors, what's called EM. Is it EMD or EMR? Where they move the part of your brain, because where your depression and your post-traumatic stress disorder get like stuck and whatever, you can't process it, so you're constantly reliving it. So then it's rapid eye movement therapy. So I had all the assessments and I was just about to start that. And each time you go in, they do like a score thing. Oh, how have you been today? How are you feeling today? 0 to 20, blah, blah, blah. And I just came out with all zeros. And the doctor said, you don't need this. You don't need it. I'd only been in the job a bloody month, and he said already, all my depression, my anxiety, my post-traumatic stress disorder, everything had gone. Because you're not thinking about yourself. You're looking after other people, and they need you. So caring, it it just completely changed my life. It completely changed my life. Totally. They did put me on antidepressant tablets, and obviously, like, I'm still on them. I think you'll find a lot of Kurdists are on them. You know, we've just lost 15 residents. You become very attached to. You'd be very low. But the way I look at it is, I've done my very best. I've made each and every one of them feel loved and safe and very special. I've made them smile every day, talk, cry with laughter. I've done the best that I can, and I know that I've made them happy, and they've gone off to heaven knowing that they're special people, and that's it. I can't do any more than that.
When I was working in the care home, there was a lady there who, her mum was Irish or something like that, so she kind of was drawn to me, I guess, because of my Irish accent and all the rest of it. So one day, on St. Patrick's Day, I took her down the pub to have a pint of Guinness. What big deal, you know? And then her daughter found out, and she came up to me and she started crying. She was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you done that." I was like, "Oh, I'm just taking her out for a drink, you know." I was out for an hour. I had to get permission from the bosses for it. But it wasn't a thing that happened that often. But why not?
I wouldn't exactly call it gallows humour, but we do have a joke sometimes about the way people behave. Like the odd behaviour they have. You'll never guess what old Nelly did today. There was one girl who had these teeth, and Norman, he came out of his room one morning, and normally every morning he needs help to get dressed and have his teeth in and put his hearing aids on and all that. And he came out one morning and he came up the steps and he looks at me like... He went like that, and I looked at him and went, "Oh my God, he's wearing Nelly's teeth. Norman, lovely to see you, but let's just go back in your room and just sort this out, shall we?"
I don't do spit. Nope.
Okay, are you more fazed by snot and spit than you are with shit and blood?
Nothing phases me.
Yeah, I am. It is weird, but...
Okay, no, not at all. What about with vomiting?
Blood I'm okay with.
Okay, so...
Phlegm, spit.
Nothing phases me. Nothing.
Are you fazed by vomiting?
No.
Not really, no.
Oh, that's all right then. Okay.
It's more the smell when it's shit. But you do it. You just do it. Yeah. But...
Nothing phases me at all. Because the things you see are enough to scare moss off a duck. Do you know what I mean? But, I don't know. Every day is different. And you go into work and you think, it's just a different date on the calendar. The level of shit is just the same